a lot more inclined to believe that inspiration is a dancer. Fleet of foot and full of wild abandon she prances, hand in hand with the wind, lightly alighting on the faces of bus stop strangers, bathed in the pale luminescence faintly flickering from random pawn shop. We buy and sell golden gem signs. But all that them signs truly do is illuminate a future magnum opus of this mind of mine, because my hope is to one day design a kind of rhyme worthy of the lines etched beneath the eyes of the elderly. And so we employ elements such as eloquence, and I flex upon a lexicon, the text of dawn itself, in order to create a colored wealth of words, all made from shades of gray. Not that it has to be that way, but somehow it don't have to be the same. I simply got up on stage to say that the other day as I was walking to work, I saw this cute little old lady sitting at a bus stop, and for some reason got the bizarre urge to write fuck iambic pentameter on her crow's feet. I mean, hey, in my own defense, I have to say there was a fucking huge crow's feet. I saw it from like half a block away. And as soon as I got half a block past, I felt like a total ass for even thinking that. Because each one of those lines was proof of a decade of learning, of experience, of opportunity. And the fact that her past is now and always will be new to me brought me to my knees some fast. And so as a last minute act of redemption, I chose to incorporate her in this moment of inspiration because, well, both her and the situation itself inspired me. Required me to think a little bit deeper into reason. And I hope you stick with me as I meet into my next Eastbound True Life phonic fairy tale. And forgive me if I fail to amply animate the man it takes to do what this next man did. I'll attempt to candidly set the situation, free of my usual self-righteous high-handed moral masturbation. Broadway Station, 6:08 a.m. Waiting the daily line for the beeline. Think about how lady I'm gonna get to work, and there's this fucking jerk up at the front of the line trying to get into the bus in a wheelchair. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Fucking jerk in a wheelchair. And don't look at me like that. It's 10 minutes after 6 on a Monday morning. I'm standing outside in the piss-pouring rain with 220 other people. Obviously, life ain't real fair. So anyways, 8 minutes later, I'm cramped on the bus being a hater because I have to cater to this handicap crap, and then it happened. The bus pulled up to the Fraser Street light. It got a little bit quiet, and through all the yapping and the trap flapping, I heard a snapping. And then a semi-truck passed us, and in the aftermath, I heard tapping. And I thought, I know that track. That's a remix of some sicko tracks I used to love dancing to back in Calgary in '99. And then I thought, holy fuck, it's been a long time. I wonder who's still listening to that slam and dance beat. Rub it up to the right, and sure as shit, there's Wheelchair Man tapping his hands because he can't tap his feet. Neck pumping to the rhythm, eyes closed, lips are grinning, laying in his lap, a mini displayer, exactly like the one in my backpack is spinning. And I looked at him for a minute, examined his chair and him there within it, and realized that morning I woken up and opened my eyes not as decay as the poet, but Zach the cynic. I felt my own mouth begin to mimic his, and he looked up just in time to see me smile. His face so full of life and honesty that I instantly regretted the daggers my eyes had been chucking at him from up the aisle. I inclined my head and said, I love that track. He inclined his head back. Man, dancing to trance was my favorite thing in the world back before the accident. I can't dance now, but I think I appreciate the music even more, he replied. And though I haven't shed a tear in nearly 15 years, a part of me almost cried. I realized the specifics don't matter, how we ended up in that chair. Look how I thought of him exactly 10 minutes earlier. Yeah, I stood tall as a man, but a better man sat there. And to think, most of us have the ability to walk, yet barely use it. That man can't dance, and yet he lives for music. No matter how much I respect common sense, one of the most inspiring scenes I've ever seen was him abuse it. It was beautiful. And to be any other way is something I would never say, something that Zach would never tell him. Because yeah, my ignorant eyes first saw irony, but to him it's an act of rebellion. He ain't just listening to tunes, he's yelling at the moon, and he does it so well it makes me want to yell too. So I decided to get up here and tell you, because yeah, I could have written me another poem about how war is terrible and world peace, and how much I'd like to bestow it, but I enjoy spitting slightly sick and twisted parables by this East Van ghetto poet.